Nintendo's 2020 so far has been kind of lackluster, and I think we were all worried about what they was going to release and if anything was going to drop, since it didn't seem like they had any games ready, and the fact that the virus was taking over the world by storm, it didn't look like they were ready to present anything. But then, a couple of weeks ago, out of nowhere, they dropped a trailer for a brand new Paper Mario game called Paper Mario the Origami King, releasing in just a couple of months. That's pretty big considering the fact that they have never really done something like this at such a short notice, which opens the window for future games in 2020. And since we're getting closer to the month of June, I couldn't help but wonder what could be coming in the future and when could we be getting a big announcement, since normally June is the big E3 presentation month for Nintendo. Well, right now tons of games are leaked and rumored for the rest of the year right now, and that's always a great sign. Insider Emily Rogers had mentioned that this year was going to be a pretty good year for RPGs, but an even greater year for ports, and that just makes me excited because some of these ports sound very, very scrumptious. Let's get into what I'm talking about here. It's Mario's 35th anniversary. These ports are coming. Do I really have to say anything else? I think lots of us already expect this game to come out, and I can't wait for it personally. I think these 3D Remastered Collection is going to be one of the biggest things Nintendo's ever released, because it has 64, both Galaxy games apparently, and Sunshine, my favorite game of all time, so what is there not to like? Plus, apparently 3D World is also getting remade, and one thing to mention that none of these games have an HD version of them. None of them. We've never seen these games in HD full quality, so this is going to be very exciting. And apparently the reveal and the release of these games is very, very soon, which we could be getting in the first couple of weeks of June. Pikmin is also among these games to come out very soon, and unfortunately, it's not the Pikmin we all wanted. It's Pikmin 3 again, but like I said, this game was also in a native 720 state, so we really couldn't see exactly the full potential of what the game could look like under some really good 1080p full HD effects. And this is going to look really well since the environments are rich and full of life and creatures and fruits and vegetables. It's going to look really, really good on the Switch, but at the same time, I think we've all been really waiting for a Pikmin 4, so hopefully alongside this announcement of the 3 port, we also get some word or confirmation that there's another Pikmin coming in the future. So I would expect some type of Metroid news this year. Apparently, the Metroid Prime trilogy went up on some type of Swedish retailer store for June 19th, which is very interesting, and obviously they took it down ever since, and we don't know if this was just kind of a joke, a gag, we don't know what this is, but June 19th is very, very soon, and that would be really cool to get a Metroid Prime Trilogy HD in just under a month. That would be a shadow drop for sure. But we also, of course, have that 2D game that we've heard rumblings about off and on, and we haven't really had one since Metroid Samus Returns on the Nintendo 3DS. So having a big scaled 2D Metroid on a home console on the television is something that would be really cool. I think everybody could agree with. But I still don't think it's a big enough game, any of these games really, to be that big winter game, that big end-the-year game that we've all been waiting for, and I'll have a separate discussion on that in a few seconds. But let's go back and talk about what we already have coming so far, which isn't a lot, but we do have some big things coming, such as Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC. It's coming with 2 big packs, and they're going to have tons of new Pokemon, brand new places and regions and things to do, followed by new story elements and also some legendaries for us to catch, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I think this is going to satisfy a lot of people's Pokemon hunger. Sword and Shield was a great game, and I think they're going to expand on it a lot, and it's just going to feel like a big expansion of that game, and I can't wait to see exactly what they add. But these are 2 big pieces of the year. I think lots of people are forgetting about. This is going to drive sales. This is going to get people interested in Pokemon once again, and this is going to bring lots of people back that played the original Sword and Shield games, so this is going to be a lot of fun. This is still something to look forward to. And at the time of this recording, Xenoblade Chronicles is literally releasing tomorrow, which means it's going to open up the rest of the year for mystery. Yes, we still have Paper Mario the Origami King coming in July, but there's still going to be a need to see what the heck is still coming, and I think right after this game drops, there's going to be a lot of info dumps coming our way. Now, what is Nintendo's big holiday game? It's really hard to say, because obviously right now we would normally have some type of clue as what it's going to be, some trailer, something, but we have no clue. And the only thing that I can really think of that's really big and something that they could definitely blow everybody out of the water with is a brand new Breath of the Wild 2 trailer showcasing the game's release coming this winter. That would be amazing. I think people would absolutely lose their minds, and that would get hype restarted for Nintendo all over again and get things back on track for sure. Breath of the Wild 2 has been in development, which seems to be for a pretty long time, because it started off as DLC to the first game, and obviously they had enough to show us a trailer, so clearly they've been working on the game for quite a while still, but at the same time, we don't know what the virus has done to affect the development of this game, and we don't know if anything had to go back to the drawing board or anything went back, and they had to re-edit some things, so it's really hard to say what the development state of this game is, but the fact that they're being very quiet kind of makes me suspicious that there's something to come out of this game. Now, they've been very quiet about Pikmin 4, apparently, and also about Metroid Prime 4, and look, we still haven't got anything, so that is a possibility, but I think Breath of the Wild 2 would be an amazing game to drop this year for 2020's big holiday game. Now, one weird oddball that lots of people aren't really talking about is that HAL Labs did state that the next Kirby game to come out would be the pinnacle of the series, the peak and the kind of biggest Kirby game that they have made to date. So, to me, that sounds like a 3D Kirby game that we've all been wanting, and that could be big enough to be the holiday game of the year. Imagine a gigantic open world explorative 3D Kirby game. I think that's big enough to kind of make everybody go crazy. That would be such an exciting game reveal and announcement and release. I think it could carry its own weight for a big winter game, because Kirby's never really had that. Kirby games always drop earlier on in the year, around springtime, so this would be a big change of pace for the series and the franchise, and I think it could be something well waited for. So we'll just have to see exactly what comes of that. But there's only one more game that I've really been thinking about for a big holiday release. The last possible thing that I can think of was Mario Kart. Something big with Mario Kart could come, whether it's a Nintendo Kart, the next version of Mario Kart for Mario Kart 9, whatever it is. I think Mario Kart could come back in. The only thing that's kind of preventing this in my mind is the fact that 8 Deluxe is still a thing, and Mario Kart Tour is still getting content on the phone. So what else would they actually? Would they really want to start a brand new Mario Kart and kind of defeat the purpose of Mario Kart Tour in the first place? But yeah, I don't know. But it's hard to say what else is coming this year. We're just going to have to wait and see what's up Nintendo's sleeves and what they plan on revealing. And right now, it just seems like they could drop content any day now. They normally drop it seems like, on Thursday morning now. But we could get anything. Just be prepared to see what's going to come from Nintendo, because they could drop it and then easily release it just in the coming months. So with that said, what do you guys think about Nintendo's 2020? Do you think it's already ruined? There's no way to come back? Do you think they still have a chance to make it really good in the future of 2020? Let me know your wishes and thoughts, and do you think Breath of the Wild has a chance to make it as the holiday game, or something else that's still along the way? Thank you guys so much for tuning in today, and I'll see you in the next one. See you guys.